What if we do it like that?
Just living. Actually, sounds pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Did you record that?
Yeah, it's being recorded right now.
You should keep that. Those were the days.
Stop singing actual stuff. I don't want us to go too long, but this is what I love talking about. Every year.
Oh, God.
What? This is my favorite part of the year.
I know, and I just don't share this love with you.
Fine, you don't have to share it. I love award season time for movies. I'm a huge movie buff. We had a podcast that we didn't put out talking about movies for like an hour, and we cut it because it got too emotional, and we didn't keep any of it and put it out to the world, so we can't really talk about it. But I love like the Oscars. I just love film in general, and I'll say what I said in that other podcast that we didn't put out. I think that film and entertainment is a way to escape reality that's going on around you. Not to do that in a bad way. Don't always find yourself escaping and binging Netflix and just staying out of society. But storytelling is what leads the world outside of love. So if you look at love being the catalyst of everything is what my heart says. I think a good story can drive I do. I think storytelling is just amazing. It's creative.
Just you talking about your heart. You truly
movies,
are a gift to the
I'm a
world.
romantic.
You are.
I am. I know I am.
I'm the luckiest woman in the entire world.
Anyway, I don't want to go forever. Anyway, I love film. I'm a big movie buff. I love talking film with my friends and my coworkers and everything else.
Not his wife, though.
I'm not. No, that's not true. And I don't feel like I'm an upsy, artsy film person. Like, I'll watch shitty film and think it's great. And people think, oh, that's stupid.
Except for Pacific Rim.
That movie sucks. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about other films of 2024. I always love to share my favorite films of the year. I love watching all the films that get nominated for Best Picture or Best Actor because I want to critique it on my terms along with like what Hollywood critiques it as. And sometimes my favorite films don't even make it to the Best Picture. But I like to watch as many of the Best Picture nominees for the Golden Globes and the Oscars as possible and then decide which one I think was the best. So when it's Oscar time, we'll do a different podcast. But for right now, we're going over the top 5 favorite films of the year. You don't have to give me 5 of your top favorite films. I always do 5.
Couldn't even give you 2.
I know. Well, I could give you the ones I think you would pick. But I will give you my 5 after you give me a couple of yours.
Ugh.
Well, I know you love Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know if that's your favorite film.
I do. Okay, that's fair. That was this year.
Yeah, you can't remember.
I don't. So, along with Deadpool and Wolverine, which I loved, but again, huge fan of Wolverine, huge fan of Deadpool, so that wasn't a hard one for me to enjoy. I would say Conclave was a really great movie that I definitely enjoyed this year.
Again, I had to force you. So I get what you're saying.
Yes.
I have to bring you out and say, watch these
that's
films.
What I'm about to say. Because we had to watch Conclave in 2 parts.
I watched it 4 times because of you.
I know, but because my brain just can't do it. I cannot sit here and be forced to watch something straight for 2.5 hours.
That's not. Do you want me to skip you?
Yeah, truly, please. You're putting me on the spot, and I don't remember.
I'll tell you my top 5 favorite movies.
Okay, and I'll tell you if I liked them.
You know what? And hopefully, maybe it'll get you to watch them. All right, number 5. Saturday Night. I know you watched it. I loved Saturday Night.
I know.
Just want to say I know, and then we'll just end it. Why did I love it then?
Because it's Saturday Night Live. You love Saturday Night Live. It was based in New York. You love New York.
Why do I love Saturday Night Live?
Because you think it's funny.
No, because my dad made me watch it all the time. So I like Saturday Night because Saturday Night Live reminds me of my dad watching old Saturday Night in the 70s and 80s and him talking about it and showing me that. And yes, I think it was one of the best films of the year. A lot of people didn't. That was my number 5. My number 4 movie was The Substance. People liked The Substance. It's a crazy movie. I did show you the end of this movie. You didn't watch the whole thing. It was a crazy movie.
That's not for me.
The Substance?
Yeah.
You seem to kind of not get grossed out by it when I showed you.
because you prepared me for it.
It's a wild movie. Everyone
If you said nothing and made me watch it, I would have lost my mind.
yeah, you should watch the whole thing.
No.
I think it got nominated for Best Picture
Mhm.
in the Golden Globes, which is crazy because it's the
It's
first.
a cool concept,
It's weird.
but no.
Number 3. No, that's not number 3. Number 3 is Conclave.
Yeah, so good.
Conclave was one of my favorite dramas of the year. So good. Every movie on this list I watched twice this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Conclave was my favorite drama, I guess. Yeah, just like as a sole drama. It was a book. Apparently, I wish I would have read the book because I hear the book was really good. That was one that I was like, dang, this is such a good film. I want Haley to watch it. And I think the next day I made you watch it. And I watched it again, and I was still on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was a very good film.
That was good.
Number 2, I watched last night. This is not recency bias. This movie was amazing. What? I'm going to harp on this film
I know.
for a while. It's just like, look, this company here,
A24.
A24 puts out bangers every year.
Yeah.
This film, Everything Everywhere All at Once, is in my top 5 favorite films of all time.
Yeah.
The Wild Robot is my second favorite film of the year, and it was very similar to the way Everything Everywhere All at Once was because it just hit really dramatic, emotional standpoints
Yeah.
in off pacing, like in 30 minutes. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
I could go on and on about The Wild Robot just
I
because
know.
I watched it yesterday.
I know.
And I've already watched it twice since I've seen it. It was such a good film.
Are you, and we don't have to do it now, we can do it at a later podcast, but are you going to elaborate on why you got so emotional? Because I think
everyone can guess why it's emotional. No. Maybe you're guessing wrong. I'm a parent, and I think
that's
it's
where I was going with that.
any parent in the world should watch this film.
Yeah.
And that's what the thing is like the kids are going to watch it now and see me crying and bawling my eyes out, and they'll be parents one day, and they'll watch this again and go, holy shit.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure
That
that's where I
film
thought you were
was
going.
so good.
I was doing a puzzle while this movie was
I
happening.
hated that you were doing the puzzle because I wish we could watch it tonight.
Yeah. I had taken a shower, so I missed the first 30 minutes.
You were not encapsulated into the film.
No. And then I did the puzzle for a little bit, and I didn't really get hooked
Until you saw me blubbering my eyes out.
until I saw you bawling and was like, oh, maybe I should pay attention. And then I watched the ending.
Which the ending's good.
The ending is good. But I
can't spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
I already heard so much about this movie from work.
I heard that it was good.
So I just never really, again, it's one of those movies where I'm just kind of like.
It was unique. It was new. It was its own thing. It wasn't like a sequel. It wasn't. It is a book apparently, and which is one thing. The art was beautiful. The animation was. I read someone post. It's the best Pixar movie that Pixar didn't make in the past 10 years, and I agree with them. DreamWorks did an amazing job. I think it was an amazing film. The score, the music is amazing. The art is amazing. The voice actors are amazing. It has some of my favorite favorite actors. It's better than the Iron Giant. It's the best robot movie.
Wow, better than the Iron Giant.
It's better than the Iron Giant. It's better than Baymax and Big Hero 6. It's better than WALL-E.
Okay, well, I think WALL-E's garbage.
It's better than Alpha 5, Short Circuit. The movie's not even about
Iron
robot.
Giant?
Yeah, it's better than Iron Giant.
That's
It's up there with Iron Giant. I think Iron
that's
Giant.
a big thing to say, my guy.
It's this generation's Iron Giant.
Okay, that's a fair thing to say.
It's better than Iron Giant too.
Oh my God, that's
It is.
wow.
I don't know. It was
Okay.
my I would have put this at my favorite film had it not be for my final film, which you've not seen, and I will beg you to watch, is Dune Part 2. Now, Dune Part 2 came out early in the year, so it's hard to overshadow it at the end of the year when I hear movies like The Brutalist comes out and people say that's going to be the best movie of the year. Dune Part 2 was so good. It is up there with like The Empire Strikes Back and The Godfather. Like, it is that good. You say, I'm telling you, it's just like The Leftovers. That's what I'm saying. You can see a trailer, you can see something, and you go, "I don't want to watch that," and then you sit down and watch it. You have to watch the first one though to get to 2, because the first one's amazing too. Also, part 2 it is a phenomenal film, and I don't know how it doesn't win Best Picture. Visually, acting, like Timothy Chalamet is amazing in it. Zendaya is amazing in it. Javier Bardem, guy who plays Thanos, I don't know his name off the top of my head, from the Goonies. Anyway, they're all good. Like it is a huge story that's been told in novels for such a long time that I never read. I'm glad I'm getting to see it on film. It is beautiful. And it's just, yeah, I can't say anything more about it other than it's a masterpiece.